콜오브수아레즈 지금 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 보통으로 할까요? 허락으로 할까요? 그럼 무난하게 보통으로 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 황야의 어딜 가나 저런 놈들이 꼭 있어요. 문제하고 문제.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
빌리 더 키드랑 싸우게 될 것 같은데요. 네, 주인공 이름은 사일런스 그리브즈네요. 네. 이 빌리 더 키드라는 사람이 옛날 그 황야의 시대 때 엄청난 총잡이였죠.
It was about 30 years ago.
옛날 이야기네요.
Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies.
오디오 좀 더 줄일게요.
But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha.
스킬도 있네요, 스킬. 직업군에서 가장 왼쪽에 있는 습득하라고 합니다. 시키는 대로 해야죠, 뭐. 네. 탄약 소지량과 콤보 역시 탄약입니다. 재장전, 시간 절약, 신속한 움직임, 정광석화. 전설적인 무기를 주네요. 뭐지? 사거리가 늘어나고 관통력을 향상시켜줍니다. 좋네요.
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
장비는 어떻게 알려줘? 뭐야? 뭐지도 안 알려주고 그냥 하라네. 일단 하죠. 네, A가 뛰는 버튼이네요. A가 아니고. 참고로 네, 지금 엑스박스 패드로 진행 중입니다.
need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
네, 스팀 게임이고 게임 이름은 콜오브수아레즈라는 작품입니다. 콜오브수아레즈 중에도 건슬링거죠. 네. 시리즈로 작품이 발매가 됐는데 지금 하고 있는 작품이 가장 유명하다고 해서 다운받아봤습니다.
Who's that? Is he with
뭐야?
us?
싸우는 거야?
Now you.
사살하면 경험치를 얻을 수 있습니다. 경험치 올려서 스킬 얻으라는 거죠.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah.
네, 장전하고.
I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
말 못하나 말?
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
맞출게요. 여기는 배경이니까 좀 끊기나요? 조금 끊기는 것 같은데. 그냥 진행하죠.
Fire at will. Spread out, goddammit. They're coming from the
I
rear.
decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit.
RP.
So that's just what I did.
Hey, we have one behind us. Stay on it. Cover fire.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kids' apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
애들 겁나 잘 쏴요. 뭐야? 소리도 줄이고. 이 정도로 진행하죠. 아니 이렇게 잘 쏴. 다 명작이야. 주인공 빼고. 봐봐 저거. 손만 내려고 쏘도 다 맞아. 모르겠다. 일단 뛰죠.
Shoot that bastard.
어드헤드. 역시 FPS 하면 진행하도록 하죠. 깜짝이야. 언제 왔어 이거. 네, 총알 먹어주고. 뭐죠? 일로 가라고? 뭔지 모르겠지만 일단 앞에 있으니까 죽여야죠.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads
Let's
cut
send
off.
these some bitches running.
주인공 이거 허풍이 아무리 내가 못한다고 해도 그렇지 닭쪽던 개마냥 뛰어다닌다니 내가 지금 죽겠구만.
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
뭐야 너 죽는 거야? 하나를
Not a bad idea. It would be a
이쪽으로
turkey shoot from
피하죠.
up there.
헤드샷. 이렇게 잘 쏴. 헤드샷.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
쌍권총도 드네요. 하지만 그냥 쌍권총으로 가자.
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
잠깐 아파. 터뜨려보자. 역시 터지는구나. 좋은 거 하나 배웠네요. 또 있죠. 왜 이렇게 조작감이 이상한가? 없죠? 정 없죠?
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
여기야? 얘랑 뭐야? 잠깐만. 야 이씨 웃긴 놈이네. 불러놓고 총을 쏴? 잠깐만. 들어갈 수 없나? 들어가자. 잠깐만 또 어디야?
I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
You're done.
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
저 위에 있네요. 이상하게
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
이렇게 혼잣말을 많이 하죠. 좀 말을 하면서 플레이를 해야 되는데. 빌리더 키드랑 싸우는 거 아니야?
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
아씨 누가 보고 베스트래 이상하지.
I passed Dirty Dave.
Deader than a rat in a trap.
데이브야? 죽을래?
I'm done with you. How about that?
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Baldry.
뭐
You think you can kill me too?
들어가 보죠. 와, 21명에 21명을 죽여? 와, 대단하다. 장난 아니네.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Oh, wait. So you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of.
Someone shoot that.
Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Worth $500, dead or alive.
뭐야? 먹을까?
I'll keep this up all day.
아, 먹어주네요.
I think I got one.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
아, 이거 조작이.
He can't take us all on.
아,
Where'd he come from?
야씨 장착보다 권총이 더 세다고?
Someone shoot that bastard.
장전하는 건 실감나네요. 한 발 한 발씩.
We've got company.
요즘 총이랑은 틀리죠.
Put some holes in him.
That's when Charlie got hit.
뭐야?
They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
불쌍해.
I'm fine.
올라가죠. 좋아. 장전하죠. 장전을 항상 꼬박꼬박 해야 되네.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
알았으니까 잠깐 뭐 좀 찍고. 장거리 명사수 사냥꾼은 100장. 근데 장거리 하죠, 장거리.
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatlin, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention. He directed that order at me. and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Stand still so I can kill you.
일로? 야이씨.
Those poor sons of bitches are done.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
말을
What are you
듣고
saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas,
뭐
man.
없나?
Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
올라가라고? 올라가죠.
I'm gonna cut you, boy.
뭐야? RS로 근접. 뭐야? 이렇게 기침되는 거야?
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
뭐야? 5명? 어머. 주인공이 총을 잘 쏘긴 제가 못하는 건가요? 맞아.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
You ain't nowhere.
아직 이 총 겨냥하는 게 어색하네요. 가늠자가 너무 작아.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
마음과 가까운 것처럼 얘기하다 이렇게 멀어. 답답답.
After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves to some fried chicken.
심식이나 줘. 그냥 가져. 싫어.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
자, 그럼 주인공이 나쁜 놈인가요? 보안관이랑 싸우니까? 네, 보안관이 나쁜 놈처럼 생겼네요. 오만한데 반발하면 잘생긴 거죠. 잘생겼는데 서투르대요. 뭐지? 그냥
You
얼굴만
challenged him to a
잘생긴.
showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
살모사. 살모사 같진 않은데 이게 뭐죠 이건? RS로 적에게 집중해야 합니다. 적한테 옮기란 얘기겠죠. 커서를 치사하게 움직이고 있어. 그러지 마. 헤드 쏠 거야 헤드. 대세는 헤드죠 헤드. 상대방이 총을 뽑아들었을 경우 RT로 총을 뽑습니다. 그러니까 RT로 맞추고 RT로 쏘라고. 빗나갔어. 죽었네요. 다시 한번. 집중할게 집중할게. 남자라면 헤드죠. 근데 제가 먼저 뽑아야 돼? 내가 먼저 뽑으면 안 되나?
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett.
뭐야? 싸움표 아니야?
So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
뭘 또 다시 시작해? 이제.
And stepped inside, and bam!
뭐야?
Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
뭐야? 끝난 거야? 얻어맞고 끝난 거야 지금? 뭔데? 잠깐만. 진실의 조각이 뭐야? 스킬 좀 보자, 스킬. 잠깐만. 아씨, 좀 아껴놓을걸. 괜히 다 썼네요, 먼저. 그럼 뭐 스킬 보자.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
역시 콜트는 좋은 총이었다.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
잠깐만. 아니, 다짜고짜 교수형이라니. 뭐 잘못한 이유가 있을 거 아니야. 설명을 안 해줘. 다음 해 봄까지 잡혀 있었다고? 진실의 조각들 메뉴에서 진실의 조각들이 얼마나 남았는지 확인하세요.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
됐습니다. 4달 후네요.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine.
가족을
Instead,
죽였네요.
all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
황야의 무법자가 총이 없으면 말이 안 되죠.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
야, 사람을 반토막 낸대요. 뭐야, 잔인해.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy? That son of a bitch shot Jim Bell!
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus.
Put down your weapon!
샷건을 준 이유가 있겠죠.
Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Kid, let the kid get away!
어떡하라고?
Anybody see him?
지붕 활동이 퍼져나왔어.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
거기 도망을 다녀. 잠깐만, 이거 입구에서 떨어졌다고 죽어? 아, 존나 약. 뭐야? 잠깐만. 너무하잖아. 치도리님 안녕하세요.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
야, 은근히 약골이네. 이 높이에서 뛰어낸다고 다쳐?
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
That's it for you. I'm here.
He's in town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring.
바이오하자도 아니고 갑자기
I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
I'll flank. Get your headstone.
There's children here.
That was too damn
So much
close.
lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Surrender yourself.
마을 사람들 다 나간 거 없어.
God damn him.
얘가 마을에
You're threatening the lives of innocent people.
올라갈게요.
Damn town's going to hell in a handbasket.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
이거?
Beef it.
You know respect for decency?
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Death is too good for
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him.
뭐야?
Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
아니 뭐가 뭐 잠깐만
I'm putting you down. I got this. Off the street.
On yourself!
How the hell did he get away? We're gonna be in deep shit when I get back.
뭐야?
Stop him!
라이플 총알이 없네요.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun.
거네요.
So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
뭐야? 손에 집중을 하라고? 총 뽑아들 수 있습니다. 네. 뭐야? 이거 어렵네. 그러니까 손은 총에 가까이 하고 오른쪽으로는 상대편을 맞추라는 거 아니야. 이게 근데 오른쪽 맞추는 게 쳐다보는 게 이상해, 조작감이. 러브샷이야? 어떡하라고. 잠깐만. 이상한 데서 막혔어. 저놈의 배트를 내가 맞췄다, 내가. 가만 좀 있어, 이씨.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
뭐야, 빌리는 결국 죽었네요. 스킬 탄약 진실의 조각에 대한 단서. 아쉬운데. 그래도 총알 구경하도록 하겠습니다.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
에피소드 1이 끝났네요.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
역시 미국에서 사고를 지금 멕시코로 가야죠. 도망가는 데는 최고인 것 같아, 멕시코가. 이게 인도법에 의해서 미국에서 사고를 쳐도 멕시코로 도망가면 인도를 받기가 힘들어요, 미국 측에서.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Well,
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
¿Quién carajo es ese hombre?
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
You can run, but you can't hide!
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
He's getting away!
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking, going up against a gang like this?
Nowhere to run!
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
You're done!
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunted. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
잠깐만. 다이너마이트 3개랑 총알 몇 개 줬다고 하는 거? 와.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
뭐야? 졸라 나쁜 놈이네요. 고약하고 짜증나고 비열하기까지.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!"
이거 뭐야? 싹 하자마자 죽어.
But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
진짜 비열하다. 나라방구 진짜. 뒤치기 가자, 뒤치기. 어딨어 이 개.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
아. 잠깐만. 뭐야? 다이너마이트가 어디서 날라왔죠? 여기가 어디야?
This is gonna hurt. I don't know how you lived this long. Damn, I gotta reload. Son of a... Stab him at the third neck. You one stupid zombie.
못 쏘겠죠?
Show yourself. Waste of goddamn bullets.
잠깐만. 말이 돼?
What a piece of crap. Oh, would you get that?
맞아?
Hey, let's see what you're made of, boy. What I ever do to you?
아이 잠깐.
Damn contraption jammed again.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
OK 목장. 서부 영화 좋아하시는 분들은 아주 잘 아실 만한 위치죠. 전시를 찾아서 한번 이거 직접 이게 라이플 장전 시간도 중요하긴 한데 전지 제가 찾는 것도 중요할 것 같아서 찍겠습니다. 네, 그리고 네, 오늘 1부 방송 여기까지 하도록 할게요. 여기까지 시청해주신 분들 감사하고요. 네, 그럼 다음 시간에 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다.